Four poetesses. One day, four young maidens paid a visit to the court of King Bhoja, the great patron of poets and pandits. These girls had completed their studies at Benares and were returning to their homes in order to get married as they were now of marriageable age. When they stepped into the court, everyone was surprised at their uncommon beauty. They were all dressed alike, and their community could not be identified from their appearance or bearing. What community do you belong to? King Bhoja asked them. O king, though we talk alike and dress alike, we belong to different communities. But with renowned pandits at your command, it should be quite easy for you to find out what communities we belong to, the girls said. This was a challenge to King Bhoja and his pandits. But when the king looked around, it was evident that the task was not going to be easy for the intellectuals of his court. King Bhoja turned to his fair guests and said, all of you are going to enjoy our hospitality for 3 days. In the meantime, no doubt, our pandits will be able to discover the various communities to which you belong. The girls smiled and bowed to the king, not only to acknowledge the honor but also accepting the challenge. They spent their time at court, freely partaking in the discussions. Neither their talk nor their intelligence betrayed their origins. The pandits of the court failed miserably to unravel the mystery of their birth. 2 days elapsed. Kalidas, the best of Bhoja's collection of gems, determined to meet the challenge of these girls by a ruse. The second night, he covered himself in a rug and lay down on the pile outside the girls' lodge. He hoped to discover the truth by overhearing their private talk. However, he was sorely disappointed. The night was almost spent. The streaks of light heralding the dawn adorned the sky in the east, and Kalidas was about to return home when he saw the four girls go up to the window facing the east. One of the girls began to recite, the east has taken on the color of gold in Mercury. Immediately, another girl said, the moon pales like a learned man in an assembly of fools. The third girl said, like kings who lost their enterprise, the stars disappeared. The fourth one said, the lamps lose their luster like the homes of the poor. Kalidas was immensely pleased upon hearing the four girls describe the dawn as they did. He went home and later attended the court as usual. There, King Bhoja said to his court, these learned damsels have been amidst us for 3 days. They had thrown a challenge to all of you to find out their origins. If anyone has succeeded, let him come forward. If, however, none could discover their origins, let us accept defeat. While other Pandits bowed their heads, Kalidas rose and recited the full verse. The east has taken on the color of golden mercury. The moon pales like a learned man in an assembly of fools. Like kings who lost their enterprise, the stars disappear. The lamps lose their luster like the homes of the poor. O king, said Kalidas, these four girls recited the 4 lines of this verse. I find that the girl who recited the first line comes from the community of goldsmiths. The east has taken on the color of gold in mercury. While the other belong to Brahman, the moon pales like a learned man in an assembly of fools. Kshatriya and Vaisya communities belong the last two. Like kings who lost their enterprise, the stars disappear, the lamps lose their luster like the homes of the poor. Then Kalidas said, let our guests correct me if I am wrong. The girls rose up on hearing this and paid their homage to Kalidas and confessed that he was correct in his guess. All the same, King Bhoja was very pleased with the girls and their merit. He lavished immense gifts upon them before they departed. Thank you for listening. Kalidas, the best of Bhoja's collection of gems, determined to meet the challenge of these girls by a ruse. R-U-S-E, ruse means a trick, a ploy. The night was almost spent. The streaks of light heralding the dawn adorned the sky in the east. Herald, Herald, herald means an important sign. The lamps lose their luster like the homes of the poor. Lustrg, luster means a gentle sheen, a soft glow. Thank you very much.